Hi, I'm Kim. I would like to share with you something that comes up very often in supervision with child counsellors, and it's something I myself have heard again and again from parents at intake in child counselling, family counselling. It's when a parent says that this 7-year-old has emotional management problems. And of course, when you're a new counsellor, you can often freeze because you have this terrible fear that, gosh, they're going to expect me to get rid of any emotional dysregulation. But as you've worked in the field for a while, you learn that it's all about the conversation around what it is that the parents noticed. So rather than focus on the child and the problem centred in the child, we can flip it for a while and say, look, before I talk about what exactly that might look like, could we spend a few minutes maybe, and you could share with me your top 3 strategies for your own emotional management. So, what are the top 3 things that work for you when you're feeling frustrated, disappointed, angry, maybe sad, lonely? What are the kind of things? How do you respond when you go through emotions? See if we can come up with 3 things that actually work for you. There might be things you think about. They might be things you actually do, like, you might go for a walk or put on some music. I don't know. Tell me how you manage frustration, sadness, isolation, loneliness, those kind of things. And then we can ask, when you were growing up, how did your parents manage their emotions? Sometimes, if there's a habit of drinking alcohol, then a parent might drink to excess to manage emotions. Back in the day, last century, a lot of parents smoked to manage the frustrations and anxiety of life. So we just have a general conversation about these kind of things and when they learnt their strategies and whether they're effective for themselves. And always do the scaling, So which is your top of those 3? What's the top one that generally works, and how effective is it? I don't think I've ever heard anyone that has come up with 100% foolproof strategy. But, is that one that you've mentioned an 80% surefire thing? It's going to manage your emotions well. And so scaling it is a big part of the narrative therapy approach. And it really helps people understand how they live their life and the effectiveness of strategies against problems. And of course, it's all linked with values. So if we want to help someone be clear about what they do, we can say, so why is that particular strategy important to you? Let's talk about your child now. And then we can move on to the normal kind of counselling questions around, when did this problem emerge? And what have you already tried? And where is the problem at its peak? Is it, at school, at home? When? So morning, after school, weekends. And we're just generally exploring how this problem of emotional dysregulation, which is actually a normal part of life as a human being, how is it impacting the child, and not forgetting that it will be impacting the family too. So I hope these tips around leading the conversation around in different directions has been helpful.